What you focus on will determine what you see. What you focus on will determine what you see. Let me give you an example. In the last few weeks, I have tried to watch the World Cup. I gave it all my might. I saw the joy and excitement that it brought other people, and I said, I'm missing out on this joy and excitement, so I've tried to watch it, and I'm struggling. I'm used to sports like basketball and football, where people score points. And so I'm struggling. I was at a coffee shop and I was working and they had a World Cup game on, and every time somebody even looked at the goal, everyone got so excited. People were getting up and bumping chests, and I'm like, nothing happened. So I'm like, I clearly don't understand this game enough. Y'all are seeing something different than I'm seeing. It just looks like they're just kicking it back and forth. And so I need someone to help me. What you focus on will determine what you see and how you respond to what you see. Their response told me they were seeing something different than I was. You've heard people talk about missing the forest for the trees. And of course, when people say this, they mean you could be looking at individual trees and not realize that it was part of an entire forest. Maybe you've seen videos with drone footage where it looks like a field, and then you realize that field is in the middle of a city, or satellite footage where they keep pulling out and you see a city, a state, a country, a hemisphere. I bring all of that up just to say we cannot understand parts unless we understand what they're a part of. We're talking about the bigger picture, and we can't understand all these parts unless you know what they're a part of. And sometimes we will look at the trees of our life and we will miss the forest that is God's work, what he's doing. You know, we'll go through our daily life, we'll wake up, we'll go to work, spend time with our family. We're not thinking so much about how this fits into the bigger story that God is telling. You know, me and my wife went on a date the other night, and I, knowing that she is an ice cream lover, found an ice cream place around the corner, trying to get extra cool points. And so we go to this ice cream place, and we're thinking we're just gonna sit and eat ice cream and just talk to each other, whisper sweet nothings in each other's ears, whatever. And we didn't realize that this ice cream place was inside of a food hall, and that one of the places in the food hall was having an open mic night. And so instead of whispering sweet nothings to each other, we were listening to mediocre to poor singing all night. No offense to the people at the open mic. I support their dreams. I would rather support them from another building, though. The ice cream place was there, we knew that, but we didn't understand what it was fully a part of. What's happening in your life fits in the context of something bigger, and when we don't look at that bigger story, there's things we'll miss and we may not respond to it the way that we should. And when we overly just look at the little picture of what's happening in each individual moment, we can kind of make everything that's happening in the world about us. We'll only interact with it as much as it impacts what we're thinking about our story. This book of Genesis that we're wrapping up, looking at these final chapters, when we look at this book and we see Joseph and we see Jacob and we see all the brothers, this is not just a story about them. This is mainly the bigger picture is about this creator God and the work that he's doing in the world. And that shapes the way we see everything that happens in this book, and it should shape the way that we see everything that happens in our lives. The main thing that I want to drive home today is this: to walk your path, you have to know your place.